Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of UnCommie Goods. Don't PPP on me. Also, if you want to write me, you can reach me at uncommigoods@gmail.com. That's UnCommieGoods@gmail.com. It's basically the title of this podcast at gmail.com. I have a link to a voice message system where you can just shoot me any questions or feedback. And again, please please subscribe to this and go ahead and rate it on like iTunes or whatever thing you use. So don't PPP on me. This was inspired by an article I read in the Wall Street Journal titled Over 1,300 Chinese Medical Suppliers to U.S., including mass providers, use bogus registration data. This was from June 13th, and basically the sum of it is there's 1,300 Chinese medical device companies that are registered in the U.S. to sell protective gear right now. That's PPE, personal protective equipment. There's a law/regulation that all foreign makers of medical devices are required to establish a U.S.-based address and its staff with a representative and a phone number. Think about it. If there's something wrong, you need to get in touch with somebody, you need someone to talk to. Well, guess what? Those 1,300 Chinese manufacturers listed a company called CCTC Service Inc. as a representative. And it turned up to be a 3-bedroom brick house in Wilmington, Delaware. And guess what? Nobody knows anything about it. The landlord, the neighbors, the current residents. CCTV isn't even a real company registered in the U.S. It turns out it's a Cape Cod-style rental home in the quiet neighborhood of Wilmington, Delaware. Its owners are Richard and June Zappa. Mr. Zappa, as in like the singer Frank Zappa, is a retired trial lawyer and said neither the couple nor their tenants know anything about the house being used as a registered address for foreign corporations. Imagine that. That's got to be really weird. One day, all of a sudden, 1,300 Chinese companies think their representative is in your home. Good thing they didn't leave a phone number, or the phone number didn't work. So this is really brazen. And I'm pretty sure that the rush to get PPE led to a few lapses in the process. There's definitely holes in the oversight process. And, how do we hold these people accountable? How do we make sure that doesn't happen again? Anyway, quote from the article. Foreign manufacturers who use fictitious U.S. agents, the FDA investigator said, often do so to circumvent regulatory oversight. Well, what's the end result of that? A Chinese company called King Gear Printing and Packaging Company Limited exported substandard masks to the U.S. that were falsely branded as N95 respirators, potentially putting U.S. medical professionals at risk from the virus. And of course, King Gear declined to comment. It's like that rush to get medical equipment. It really overrode any caution or verification to ensure that we get the proper and safe equipment. I mean, there are people's lives here. Now, how did this all happen? The Wall Street Journal, they uncovered that the CCTC registration details is from a China-based company called Shenzhen CCT Testing Technology Company. The Shenzhen-based company said it did the FDA listings that named CCTC as the U.S. agent for the 1,300 firms. So this one company, Shenzhen CCT, is responsible for all 1,300 of the registrations. And first of all, I am stunned that there's 1,300 companies in China alone that make medical equipment. I'm all for fair competition, but this is a little bit ridiculous. Tony Mo, M-O, a senior manager at Shenzhen CCT Testing Technology, said, "We definitely aren't a fake company." Well, maybe you're not fake, but anyway. This company, Shenzhen CCT Testing, is an agent that helps Chinese-based companies get registered with the FDA. And in turn, they charge over $700 for the process. So that makes me wonder, what's 1,300 times 700? It's actually $910,000. That's a lot of money for making fictitious listings. So, granted, 700 isn't a lot of money, but they made up for it in the volume. And of course, Shenzhen CCT testing didn't answer any emails from U.S. investigators because initially they thought, those emails were a hoax. Irony, right? So eventually, in response to this investigation, this Shenzhen-based company, they finally created a CCTC Services United, and that was based in Colorado. But guess what? That's just a mailbox, like a commercial mailbox with a non-working phone number. So are you seeing a pattern here? So Tony Mo, good old Tony, he told his Chinese-based customers to find their own agents in the U.S. now. According to Tony, we had no idea that there was such a big responsibility involved in doing this, he said. We can't take responsibility for others' bad actions. That's pretty rich, coming straight from him. A quote from the article, in the rush to make masks and other supplies for export during the pandemic virus, many Chinese manufacturers didn't understand the stringency of U.S. rules, said Cameron Johnson, a partner and managing quality control consultant at Tidal Wave Solutions in Shanghai. The companies relied on agents such as Shenzhen CCT to guide them, he said. Cameron, buddy, assuming you're an American, quit your job, come back to the home team. I tried to find Tidal Wave Solutions on the web. I found a tidalwave.cn website, and it was temporarily unavailable. So who knows? Maybe it was too much heat. Maybe I'm on the wrong website. I don't know. Later on in the article, it talks about how medical professionals were so desperate for face masks, the FDA allowed untested ones. And eventually they ended up removing 8 companies from the approval list because the testing results were alarming. Again, this is really shady. And all those 8 companies were from that Shenzhen company. Again, this is all very shady and unacceptable. And, the great United States of America, we put ourselves in the hand of Chinese manufacturers for PPE. I think that's pretty much an act of treason. Like, who lets this happen? Granted, the FDA, the Federal Drug and Administration Organization, whatever, I bet they're overworked. The regulations are probably super stringent and a pain, but there needs to be some accountability here. However, there's good news. And this is why I'm called UnCommie Goods, because I don't want to sit there and just rail on how bad China is and to stop buying them. If we're going to stop buying something from China, we need to buy something in the U.S. So here's the good news. I found a couple of websites where you can get U.S.-made PPE. And I encourage everyone, if you're going to buy some, go to these websites, tell them, hey, I bought from you because you're made in the USA. Just send their customer service an email, call them, etc. You're only spreading, positive message around this. So here are 2 websites where I found you can get USA-made PPE. The first one is safetysmartgear.com. Now, mind you, not 100% of the stuff they sell is made in the U.S., but they really make it easy for you. If you go to the website, they highlight what's made in the U.S., you see an American flag, and they put it in letters. They write it out for you. I hate having to click and search and find it written somewhere in the bottom. Oh, made in China. Bugs me. So according to Safety Smart Gear's website, Safety Smart Gear supplies our customers around the world with PPE from over 40 different brands, and we are proud to present a limited selection of safety gear that is manufactured right here in the United States. So I looked around on the website. Pretty much on the first page, I found a hard hat, a neck gaiter. That's like a little neck sleeve you can pull over your face. That's what I wear right now when I'm out and about. And you can get a face mask, like the kind that goes around the ears. And that pretty much will have you covered for having, all that stuff. The hard hat, yes, that's overkill, but come on, it would look kind of cool going out for takeout and wearing a hard hat. The second website is arisindustrial.com. That's spelled A-R-I-S, industrial.com. I have links to these in the show notes, so go there. This one's a little bit more industrial. So if you want a face shield, then go there. And trust me, I've seen people wearing face shields. They wear the mask, the face shield, a hoodie, and gloves. And that's too much for me. I think that's living in fear like that's going to kill you more than this virus. So according to Aris Industrial's website, They say, "We are proud to offer and promote industrial and safety supplies made in the USA. Many of our products are American made, and you can find them all here, from quality USA made rainwear to USA made flashlights, USA insulated tools, and American made high visibility clothing." So I think that's great. And if you have any others that you know about that I didn't find, go ahead and email me at uncommieGoods@gmail.com. Hit that voice message link in the show notes and let me know. Again, always encourage buying American made, letting them know why you bought it, and encouraging others to do the same. Thanks again, and please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for episode 4 coming up soon.